variables that declare in main function is only can be executed and processed inside main function, similar to any variables in function definitions. Therefore, communication among functions is crucial for each of you to understand. In this slide, you must remember all the given terms that will be used till the end of this chapter. Passing argument to a function. Arguments or parameters refer to the data which is passed to a function or function definition while calling it. Meanwhile, list of variables situated in between parentheses in function call statement and in header of function definition are known as parameters. These parameters used in a subroutine of functions to refer to one of these pieces of data provided as input to the subroutines or function. In a layman term, we can say any variables that you put in between parentheses of function call or function definition, we will upgrade the terms of this variable as parameters because they are important to transfer or to copy in between two different functions, which is function main and function definitions. This parameter itself, for parameters in function call, we call them as actual parameters. So it is actual input supply at function call. Meanwhile, parameters in function definition parentheses is known as a formal parameter, which is referred to parameters that receive value from function call. The communication between these parameters from different functions, we can say the terms as a passing parameters. So these passing parameters from the caller to the function definition happen in two ways. First, passed by value. Second one, passed by reference. Both of value and reference or passing technique, we will learn further in the next slide. Okay. Instead of passing the parameters, function definition will execute all the statements, and sometimes they need to return a value to the caller or function call or to the function, to other functions. So function definition can use return statement to return a value only or single value only or no value at all. So hopefully all of you understand the terms which is highlighted in this slide. Slide function with passing by value and return value. Given a C++ program to add two integers, make a function add to receive two integers and display sum in main function. Here is an example of coding to fulfill the above requirement. We have a main function in line 7 until line 17 and a function definition in line 20 to 27. The function definition's name is add with int as a function return types, And this function definition has a return statement. In main function, we have a statement to ask user or prompt user to enter a data, which is CINUM1 and CINUM2. Both of the values we need to transfer or pass to function definition add in order to calculate the addition. Therefore, in line 14, we write a function call, and in parentheses, we put variable num1 and num2 as actual parameters to be transferred to or to be transmitted to function definitions of add. Actual parameters num1 and num2 are passed by value to formal parameter A and B respectively. So here num1, the copy of value num1 sent to A, and the copy of value num2 passed to B. Parameters A and B will be added in function body and store the answer in variable add. Anyhow class add is a local variable to function definitions of add, where add variable is not a parameter since the add is only a local variable which is not situated in the parentheses. The value of add we need to return to the main function because of we want to display the result of sum in the main function. So that's why in line 26, we write a return statement which is return add, which means that value of add is returned to the calling function. Now, the value of add in line 14 will be assigned to variable sum in main function. So sum, variable, local variable inside main function, will store the value from add function definition and display in line 15 as a sum equal to the value. Now class, int in line 20 is a function's return type. Previously, in some example, we used void when there is no return value. So we use int here because of when we want to return add value and add itself is integer, then our return types function in line 20 also given as int. You will learn further about this return type, function returns type in the next slide. Slide a function without return value. Given a C++ program to display the first name, make a function fName to receive and display a string from main function. Here is an example of coding to fulfill the above requirement. We have main function in line 8 to line 13 and a function definitions in line 4 to line 6. Our function definition names is fName. When the compiler executes the main function, line 9, fName is a function call, send the value or a string of Dr. Hisham to function definitions line 4 or send to formal parameter of string name. Next, line 5, they will display the name with followed by Jamaluddin, which is Dr. Hisham Jamaluddin. After execution of function definition, then they will return to main function in line 10. Again, another function call with the same function definition and send Aurora as a string name to the formal parameters in line 4. Next, see out Aurora Jamaluddin on the next line. After the executions of function definition, then the compiler will return to the main and execute the next line, which is line 11. Again, another function call here, which is called the same function definitions as name, and send string or value of Adam into formal parameter string name. Here in line 15, Adam Jamaluddin will be displayed. After the executions, the compiler will return to the main in line 12 and end the end of main function in line 13. Okay, here class. Function can be called more than once. Function return type void is used when the function has no return value. But for a function that has a return value, the function return type will depend on data type of the return variable, which varies as follows, which is for function return type that have return value, it depends on the value. If the value is char, then you can use function return type as a char, or int, or float, or double, or string, or even bool. So it depends on the return variable.